Everyone, I wanted to do an update video on the GoPro big firmware release of December 14th. It's for connection of your camera using a Wi-Fi to your iOS device, iPhone, iPad. First off, the content in this video is entirely my opinion, my experiences. It's not a reflection, content exactly from the company. It's only my opinion. So take it at that, right? Your experience may vary. You may have a better experience, you could have a worse, I don't know. But again, my opinion. So what you need to do is you need to go to the GoPro website, go to the support, go to basically it's like the product updates, and plug in your camera, make sure it's turned on, make sure it's recognized as a USB device. The update process was pretty difficult for me. I tried it on a Mac, on Chrome, that didn't work, including the manual download process. I tried it on Safari, that didn't work, including the manual process. I tried it on Windows Chrome, that didn't work, including the manual process. I tried it on Windows Firefox with Java fully enabled. That worked right away. So I don't really like to have Java on my computers, don't like to use it so much, but that worked right away. One of the instructions said that after the end of the update, the camera is going to reboot multiple times. That's fine. I want you to unplug the camera from your computer, which I did, and it says I want you to power off the camera. I did not do that because when I was ready to do that, it looked like the Wi-Fi update was already in process, so I didn't want to interrupt it. I wanted to see what would happen. Luckily, it did finish up, didn't have any issues. As part of the firmware configuration on the GoPro website, it wants you to put in a camera name, wants you to put in a password. I did that, and that part does not appear to be working correctly. So what you need to do now link them. They should have put out better instructions on how to do this, in my opinion. What you need to do is turn on your camera, make sure the Wi-Fi is on, make sure it's blinking. You can often turn on the Wi-Fi by pushing this button. Once the Wi-Fi is on, turn on the camera, go to the Wi-Fi, the settings menu, and there's a Wi-Fi setup basically, and there's a new menu choice of GoPro app. Enable the GoPro app. So once you got that, then you go over to your iOS device, and just for process here, I have my camera off except for the Wi-Fi. You want to go to the settings area of your iOS device, and again, this works on iPad and iPhone. You want to go to make sure you have Wi-Fi enabled. You want to go to the Wi-Fi network as if you were going to connect to any other Wi-Fi network. The GoPro is sending out basically an SSID, an access point, Wi-Fi access point. You won't be on your normal Wi-Fi. You'll be on a GoPro specific Wi-Fi. Mine, it's not pulling up the camera name I put in. It's this default GoPro-BP and some numbers. So I click on that. It does see the network. I click on that, and then it would prompt you for the password. I put in the password that I set up with the firmware. It did not take. I was really nervous about that. I was ready to redo the firmware update again. So it didn't take my password. But I found after some searching that on the Wi-Fi backpack and these devices have default passwords. It's not ideal, especially if you're around other people, but it is what it is. And the default password is GoPro. Let me start over. GoPro Hero, all lowercase, all one word. So you can find that out right off the GoPro website. There are support instructions, basically for the Wi-Fi backpack. That worked. It's not ideal. Really would prefer my own password. I suggest you also try to do that, but it's going right now. So once it's connected, what you then do is go to the GoPro application and make sure you have the latest version as of December 14, 2012. You should see an icon of Connect and Control, and you click on that, and it's going to have basically a camera off thing. And what I'll do is try to turn it on here so you can see. I'm going to push it down here. You can watch. You can watch if you want to. Okay, I pushed it and it turned it on. So you can see a preview of the image. That's a little delayed, but it does come up. The great thing about this firmware and the connection is you can change. Yeah, it's connected here. It's got an echo. I need to shut off the volume. The good thing is that you can change the features of your camera, so you can switch it to 1080p or 720p. You can do the photo, you can do the video, you can change all your date and time. All the things you need to configure on the camera, which is somewhat challenging, can be done very quickly on your iPhone. So you can see here, I got the whole thing going. So once you get past the firmware downloaded and the Wi-Fi configuration, the app itself actually works good. So very happy with that. As far as any kind of, and I'll shut it off right now for you. Okay, the camera's off except for the Wi-Fi in kind of a wait mode. As far as any bug fixes that were done, I think it's still a little bit too early to tell, but I'll say that the camera has been stable for me. I can turn it on and off and it won't freeze. I've had no freeze on it yet, no lockup, but I haven't been using it too much yet today, just to kind of get that configured and tested out. So far so good. Thanks for watching.